welcome to Spectrum Television News at 12. I am Uyai Aniakan, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at some of the major stories. President Tinubu orders investigation into Kaduna village bombing. Attorney General of the Federation says 366 Boko Haram terrorists convicted, 4 financiers jailed. Plus, United Kingdom announces limits on regular migration. We will bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. First in the news this afternoon is Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, who has directed an immediate investigation into the accidental bombing of Tudumbiri in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State by the Nigerian army, which led to the death of many villagers. In a statement by presidential spokesperson Ajurin Gilali, the president sympathized with the families of the victims and the Kaduna State government. The president, who describes the incident as very unfortunate, disturbing and painful, also directs swift and comprehensive medical attention for surviving victims while praying for the repose of the souls of the deceased. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samo Oruwan, has confirmed that the army claimed responsibility for the airstrike incident. In a related development, the Speaker, House of Representatives Abbas Tajuddin, has also expressed concern over the killing of some villagers at Tudumbiri community in the Igabi local government area of Kaduna State by a bomb said to have been inadvertently dropped by personnel of the Nigerian army. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Musa Abdullahi Krishi, the Speaker expressed worry that innocent people who were going about their lawful activities got killed in such circumstances and called for a thorough investigation by the Nigerian army to ascertain what led to such a costly mistake. According to him, the Nigerian army should leave no stone unturned to unravel what happened with a view to forestalling a repeat of such an unfortunate incident. He expressed his heartfelt condolences to the people and government of Kaduna State, especially the families of those who lost their loved ones and those injured in the Tudumbiri community. Moving away from that, the Federal High Court sitting in Dawaki, Abuja, has convicted 4 Boko Haram financiers. They are Modu Aisami, Zena Zaramba, Umar Mohammed, and Bunu Kami. The Office of the Attorney General, AGF of the Federation, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen. The AGF Special Assistant on Communication and Publicity, Kamaruddin Ogundele, said the prosecution team led by the AGF Lateef Fagbemisan secured the convictions in separate cases before Justice Binta Nyako and Justice Emeka Nwite. He said the defendants pleaded guilty to the charges and were sentenced to 10 years imprisonment for concealing the identity of a Boko Haram member, Modu Zulum. In a separate development, the Nigeria Police Force has announced plans to begin a Go Green initiative in 2024 as a solution to aid Nigeria's transition to a low-carbon economy. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Betokun, said this in Dubai at a side event in the ongoing COP28 Climate Change Summit. He explained that the Go Green initiative was the Nigeria Police's carbon emissions reduction program. According to him, the Sustainable Development Project would also improve the effectiveness and capacity of the police to fight crime and preserve peace and order in the country. Igbetokun also stated that the project would contribute to Nigeria's worldwide commitment to minimizing the effect of climate change. In another development, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has revealed that the anti-graft agency is creating a centralized system to monitor and track seized landed properties undergoing investigation over alleged money laundering across the country. He revealed that it was not good that the United States of America made about $3 billion from the FBI Halliburton probe, while Nigeria made nothing from the same probe that was kickstarted by the EFCC. Olukoyede made this known during an interaction between the EFCC and civil society organizations held at the Commission's national headquarters, Chabi, Abuja. According to him, about 80% of the agency's ongoing major investigations came from petitions from civil society groups. On judicial matters, the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to fish out its officials involved in the registration of underage persons during the continuous voter registration exercise across the country. The judge gave INEC 90 days to identify the culpable officials and hand them over to law enforcement agencies. Justice Obiora Egwatu held that the officers committed a criminal offense by breaching the Electoral Act. He made the pronouncement in a suit filed by Mike Awon against INEC. In the judgment, the judge said a former spokesman for INEC, Festus Okoye, had admitted to the infractions in Exhibits B1 and B2. In education, the Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TETFund, Sonny Echono, has said that in the outgoing year 2023, over 70 projects spread across 17 tertiary institutions in 11 states across the country have been inaugurated. Echono said the agency intended to double the figure in the year 2024, going by the increase in funding to the education sector by the federal government, provided the benefiting institution adheres to procedures. The TETFund Secretary made this known at the inauguration of the two projects sponsored by TETFund and executed on the campus of Osun State College of Technology, SRK, under the years 2017 and 2019 merged annual intervention. Echono, who was represented by the Director, Human Resources, TETFund, Okunola Kolakbo, noted that the event forms part of an ongoing series of project commissioning in beneficiary institutions spread across the country. In a separate development, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calabar, Professor Florence Obi, has suspended the payment of undergraduate school fees until further notice, following students' protest against recent adjustment in fees. The university's registrar, Gabriel Egbe, conveyed the administration's commitment to addressing students' concerns in a statement. Egbe assured the students, regarded as crucial stakeholders, that the university's management is working to find a resolution to the issue. Report says students had protested the hike in school fees, emphasizing the challenging economic conditions faced by Nigerians. They expressed concerns that the hike in fees could force some students to drop out of school. Moving now to Africa, where Niger's military leaders have said that they were ending 2 European Union security and defense missions in the country after agreeing to strengthen military cooperation with Russia. The Nigerian Foreign Ministry said it was ending the agreement between Niger and the EU regarding the Niamey-based civilian capacity building mission called EU CAP Sahel Niger. The mission, launched in 2012, supports Niger's internal security forces, authorities, and non-governmental actors. Niger's foreign ministry also announced in a press statement the withdrawal by the state of Niger of consent for the deployment of an EU military partnership mission known as EUMPM in Niger. Still in Africa, death toll from flooding and landslides in northern Tanzania has reportedly risen to 63. Reports say homes, infrastructure and farmland have also been damaged. Tanzania's government said 400 rescue workers have been sent to the northern Hanang district. It, however, noted that rescuers are operating under challenging conditions such as defective telecommunications and blocked, damaged roads. On the foreign scene, Britain's embattled Conservative government has unveiled a raft of measures aimed at cracking down on record levels of migration, a key battleground in a general election expected next year. The United Kingdom announced it would raise the minimum salary threshold for a skilled worker visa and prevent overseas health and social care staff from bringing family dependents to Britain. The UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's office said Sunak has pledged to reduce new arrivals and has been under pressure ever since statistics released last month showed that net migration to Britain hit a high in 2022. Meanwhile, the Office for National Statistics (ONS) said the number of people who arrived in Britain last year was 745,000 more than the number who left.
Skilled worker earnings threshold by a third to 38,700 from next spring, in line with the median full-term wage for those kinds of jobs. Those coming on health and social care visa routes will be exempt, so we can continue to bring in the healthcare workers on which our care sector and NHS rely. We will ensure people only bring dependents who they can support financially by raising the minimum income for family visas to the same threshold as the minimum salary threshold for skills workers, which is 38,700. The minimum income requirement of 18,600 has not been increased since 2012. Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures will take place from...
Still on the foreign scene, Indonesia's local rescue official Abdul Malik has said that the total number of hikers found dead after a volcano eruption in the country has risen to 13. Malik noted that 10 hikers were still missing, while 52 have been evacuated. He added that the rescue mission is being hampered by further volcanic activity and bad weather. Still to come in the news. Premier League announces record £6.7 billion domestic TV deal. Stay tuned for details of this and more after this time out.
For brilliant broadcasts and entertainment, sports on the go, and news around the world, watch Spectrum TV on StarTimes DTH Channel 421 and free-to-air frequency 12733. Visit our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. Spectrum TV, broadening your horizon. Christmas season is here again, and you aware that making your business or product visible on a television space gives your brand a wider visibility and patronage? In the spirit of the season, Spectrum Television is offering a whopping 25% discount on all services. Advertise your products and services while this offer lasts from 1st December 2023 to January 31st, 2024. We are a television with a passion to take your business and services on a satisfactory lane. You do not want to miss this opportunity. For more inquiries, visit our city office at number 2 Taft Plaza Close off Akaitinen Road, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, or call the following numbers on your screen. Spectrum TV, broadening your horizon.
Thanks for staying tuned. And now to the rest of the news stories. On our business news, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum and Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, has said that the federal government is planning to revoke unused oil exploration leases that companies were granted but have not been able to carry out any exploration activities on them. The executive officer, NUPRC, Benga Komolafe, told newsmen that only companies with viable technical and financial backup would get to keep their leases. Komolafe noted that the Commission would initiate reviews of the leases, and awards of new leases would be subject to specific terms and conditions. Still in business, data from the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has revealed that Nigeria's foreign trade in the third quarter of 2023 rose by 53.16% year-on-year to 18.80 trillion naira. This is as crude oil revenue surged by 83.23% to 8.54 trillion naira in the quarter under review. In the third quarter of 2022, total crude oil sales amounted to 4.66 trillion naira. According to the statistics body, Spain, India, the Netherlands, Indonesia, and France recorded the highest exports from Nigeria, amounting to 45.98% of the total value of exports in the country. Meanwhile, the country imported most from China, Belgium, India, Malta, and the United States of America, which totaled 4.84 trillion naira, representing a share of 57.18% of total imports. On our health news, radiologists in Nigeria have been advised to guard against leakages of patients' information to prevent litigation. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, while speaking in Abuja at the 6th Annual General Meeting and Scientific Conference of the Association of Radiologists in Nigeria and 60th Annual General Meeting of the Association of Radiologists in West Africa, emphasized that challenges impending data security must be addressed. The minister, who was represented by the Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Jimo Saludin, said he assured that the ministry is committed to continuing collaboration with ARIN, stressing that leakages of patients' information must be guarded against seriously with every sense of responsibility. On his part, the national president of ARIN, Professor Sule Saidu, called on the federal government and other stakeholders to increase commitment to the improvement of service delivery, training and research in healthcare to ensure global best practices. He stressed that the government's commitment to improving the health sector would help to curtail medical tourism abroad and brain drain. Still in health, the House of Representatives has given assurance that arrangements are underway to reduce the mass exodus of health workers to foreign lands in search of greener pastures. The Chairman, House Committee on Health, Dr. Amos Magaji, made this known during a visit to the Federal Medical Center, Idiaba, Abeokuta, Ogun State. The chairman said his committee is currently exploring ways to improve remunerations and other incentives for workers in the health sector. Magaji noted that the new strategies will not only cater for the doctors and nurses, but that the entire health workers in the country will be able to work and proudly go back home to take care of their families. In sports, the Premier League has agreed a new record £6.7 billion domestic television deal for Sky and TNT to show up to 270 live games a season. The deal includes the BBC continuing to show highlights on Match of the Day. The top flight set the deal, which covers the 4 years from the 2025-2026 season, is the largest sports media rights deal ever concluded in the United Kingdom. Still in sports, 9 teams will reportedly qualify directly for the Women's Champions League when it changes format in the 2025-2026 season. The current competition has been criticized as only 4 teams qualify directly for a 16-team group stage, noting that it will change when the tournament switches to an 18-team league format, including the champions of the 6 top-ranked national associations. It means the winners of the Women's Super League, currently ranked 4th, will directly qualify, while the runners-up of the 2 top-ranked associations will also be guaranteed direct qualification, along with the previous season's winners. On our entertainment news, Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Damini Ogulu, better known as Burna Boy, has displaced Tanzanian singer Diamond Platnumz as the most streamed sub-Saharan African artist on YouTube. Burna Boy has now amassed 2.52 billion streams on the platform, as against the 2.37 billion streams by the Tanzanian star. Another Nigerian artist, Wizkid, is number 3 on the list of most streamed sub-Saharan African artists on YouTube with 1.83 billion streams, followed by Congolese legend Fally Ipupa with 1.61 billion streams, I beg your pardon, and Davido with 1.50 billion streams. In the meantime, Jimo Sounds, the acclaimed music producer and recording artist associated with the Odumodu Black Ops Collective Anti-World Gangsters, has announced the release of his latest single, Reminiscing. The track, featuring the collaborative prose of Suze, marks a significant milestone in Jimo Sound's evolving artistry and showcases his sonic chemistry with fellow artists. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do well to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. This has been Spectrum Television News at 12. I am Uyai Anyeka. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon.